football begins now on WOBL and Cool Cat Radio, the Lorain County Sports Network. Tonight kicks off week 2 of high school football around the state of Ohio, and we have 14 games in action over the weekend. Yes, I said weekend because we have a Saturday afternoon matchup that we will preview a little bit later on. But first, welcome into the pregame show brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance in Elyria. We will broadcast from 5 different locations across Northeast Ohio in week 2. Let's take a look at some of the other matchups. In the Southwestern Conference, 1-0 Amherst will host winless Buckeye after last week's big road victory over Sandusky, 42-16. Can the Comets' impressive rushing attack take down the Bucks in week 2, or does Buckeye bounce back with a stunning upset on the road? Winless Avon Lake hosts Lake Catholic in a non-conference matchup. The Shoremen scored 22 unanswered points after trailing by 24 to Strongsville last week. The Cougars come in looking for win number 1 after getting spanked by Cardinal Mooney 41-7. Can the Shoremen offense score and keep it close early, or will Lake Catholic scratch and claw their way to a victory? Undefeated Midview hosts winless North Olmsted in Grafton. The Middies won big at home last week versus Westlake 34-14 behind quarterback Brennan Newton's 3-touchdown performance. The Eagles lost 51-17 in their home opener against Eastlake North. Will the Middies offense continue to roll, or will North Olmsted shock the world? North Ridgeville is back home after last week's tough loss at Uniontown Lake, 20-14. The Rangers will host winless Brush, who lost last week in a close game to Euclid, 14-6. North Ridgeville looks to get back to their winning ways versus the Brush Arcs. This should be a good one, so make sure you follow along. In the Lorain County 8 League, 0-1 Black River continues their start of the season on the road versus the undefeated Northwestern Huskies. The Pirates fell 34-20 to Hillsdale, but fought back after trailing 21-0. Quarterback Don Bell contributed with 3 touchdowns in the loss. The Huskies are coming off an impressive win in week 1 on the road at Crestville, 54-14. Winless Brookside is on the road versus the 1-0 Woodridge Bulldogs. The Cardinals lost in week 1, but were still able to put up some points in new head coach Bobby Stout's coaching debut. Quarterback Mason Wechter can hurt you if he has time in the pocket, accounting for 4 total touchdowns in the loss to University Schools. The Bulldogs beat Revere 25-14 on the road to open the year. The Raiders are 1-0 after last week's demolishing of Independence 56-7. The new look triple option offense was clicking on all cylinders in the home opener. Columbia hits the road in week 2 to face a much tougher opponent in Fairview. The Warriors are 0-1 and rebuilding after losing to West Geauga 27-0. Keystone kicked off week 1 with a bang. Literally, the Wildcats recovered the opening onside kick and never looked back. Norwayne made a game of it late, but Keystone won 36-21 behind over 300 total yards of offense from Wyatt McKee. This week, the Wildcats will travel to Cloverleaf, who also won their week 1 matchup. The Colts topped Buckeye in a close game 10-6 on the road. In the North Coast Conference, Elyria Catholic will host Mayfield at Dan Reeser Stadium. The Panthers were impressive in their week 1 victory over Lutheran West, 47-13. EC was led by quarterback Robbie DeRay, who accounted for 5 total touchdowns in the victory. Mayfield comes in at 1-0 after throttling Elyria 55-10 at home last week. Get your popcorn ready and don't miss a snap of this one. There's going to be fireworks from both offensive sides. And now it's time to feature our Bill Jackson Roofing Game of the Week. Remember, that's Bill Jackson Roofing, raising the roof on quality, one roof at a time. On the Cool Cat, we feature an out-of-state matchup between 2 of the nation's best high school programs. The undefeated Avon Eagles will host the Pine Richland Rams from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, who open their season tonight. Avon beat St. Ignatius last Thursday 22-21 at Cleveland Browns Stadium in dramatic fashion, scoring on a 2-point conversion pass with less than a minute to go in the game. This week, the Eagles return to the nest to welcome in Pennsylvania powerhouse Pine Richland, who were 11-2 last season. On WOBL, it's Fair Week, so we are following the Wellington Dukes on the road in Mapleton versus the Mounties. Wellington dropped the road opener at Western Reserve 45-7. The road trip continues for Coach Rob Howell's team as they head to Ashland to take on Mapleton. The Mounties lost their home opener versus Loudonville 41-14. On YouTube, you can watch 2 games every Friday night, live and on demand, wherever you are. Just search Lorain County Sports Network. This week, choose from Clearview at Westlake or Firelands at Vermilion. The Clippers lost week 1 at home versus Shaw 40-30. Westlake fell at Midview 34-14. Both teams are looking for victory number 1, and we will have it. Also happening on your YouTube channel is the Stillman Cup. Ty and Andy Stillman always make the Firelands vs. Vermilion rivalry fun, and this year should be no exception. The Falcons are 1-0 after beating Cleveland Rhodes 21-7 behind the arm of quarterback Liam Tobakash, who threw for 3 TDs in the win. The Sailors are looking for shore after a 2-hour road trip last week in the loss at Johnstown 34-14. The rivalry of the Stillman Cup continues on YouTube as Fireland travels to Vermilion. Finally, we wrap up our coverage on Saturday afternoon as Lorain travels to Elyria to take on the Pioneers. The Titans lost their season opener on the road against familiar foe Maple Heights 48-28. New head coach Jeremy Leyva is leading the program now after several years as an assistant on the Lorain sidelines, while Matt Wilson at Elyria is still looking for his first victory in season number 3. The Pioneers fell fast and early to Mayfield last week on the road 55-10. Throw the records out the window. It's a backyard brawl between these 2 historic programs. You can hear all the action live on WOBL beginning at 11:50 on 107.7 FM, AM 1320, and worldwide at WOBLradio.com. Don't forget, immediately following the final whistle of your game, tune into the Spitzer Auto World postgame show featuring live scores, stats, and interviews from the coaches and players live on Facebook and the radio. At Spitzer, our world revolves around you, and so does football every Friday night. Make sure to follow us on social media at X, Facebook, and YouTube at Lorain County Sports Network. Thanks to all of our partners who make Lorain County's Friday Night Lights special. Now it's time to set the scene with your local broadcast team for Week 2 of high school football in Ohio. I'm Dave Rivera, a part of Lorain County Sports Network, your home for high school football.
UH St. John Stadium in Westlake, Ohio is the site for Week 2 high school football between the Clearview Clippers and the Westlake Demons. It's a Bill Jackson Roofing Game of the Week. Bill Jackson Roofing, raising the roof on quality, one roof at a time. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the pregame show sponsored by Stewart's TV and Appliance. Shop smart, shop local, shop Stewart's TV and Appliance. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, Jared Vinecourt, joined alongside Jake Van Warmer. Jake, both these teams looking for their first win here tonight in 2026. Both teams really struggled defensively in Week 1.
Yeah, so I'm seeing. Both gave up a lot of points. Maybe that means we'll have a shootout tonight. I guess we'll see. But I do know one thing. One team will leave here with a win tonight.
Both teams in different divisions, out of conference competition. Should be a fun one tonight as we take a look at our players' spotlight first. the Clearview Clippers running back and linebacker Christian Stevenson. Listen in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Player Spotlight, sponsored by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth. I am joined by Clearview Clippers running back and linebacker Christian Stevenson. Christian, welcome to the pregame show. Thanks for joining me before kickoff tonight against the Westlake Demons.
Thanks for having me.
So, Christian, what thoughts go through your mind as you get set to take on the Westlake Demons tonight, an out-of-conference matchup on the road?
Westlake's a pretty good team. It's going to be a fun game. They're not going to be an easy team because I'm very confident in my teammates and the game plan that we've had. I'm very confident in all the stuff that we've done during the week. Flying to the ball, rallying, and just focusing on this week's game.
You guys have a great squad. You guys returned a lot of players from last season to this season. Who on your team talks the most trash, whether that's at practice or before a game starts?
Coaches usually get on us to not talk smack, so I can't really answer that question at the fullest, but we usually just let our pads do the talking and no one else. So we don't let our mouths do the talking. We let our pads do the talking. So I don't really know who would be the ones to talk the most trash.
That leads into my next question. That you say everything translates on the gridiron. Who's the biggest competitor on the team?
We have a lot of competitors. We just got a new guy who just started, I would say about 2 weeks ago. His name is Cleo Howard, sophomore. We'll add in Fabian Molina. I will also add in Timmy Horvath. We're just getting a lot of guys back, and I'm glad to have some of these guys back alongside of me to help put this great squad together, and I feel like we could do a lot of great things this year.
You're in the backfield for the Clearview Clippers. What's your go-to touchdown celebration?
Man, I really haven't even thought about that, but my always go-to celebration was pointing up to the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and then handing the ball right back to the ref. I don't really do all that celebration stuff. I might, but mostly pointing up to the Lord and Savior.
I love that. If you could switch positions with anyone for one game, who would it be? I know you play running back and linebacker, but besides those two positions, who would you switch with?
Offensively, I would switch with Fabian Molina at wide receiver, and at defense, I would say Xavier Ricks or Brody Wacker at defensive end.
Which one do you think would be tougher, defensive end or wide receiver, with one of those two switches?
Defensive end will for sure be the hardest position, because you got to go against some great tackles. We don't have easy players in our schedule at all. So everybody's going to be a challenge. It's not just going to be handed to us. So it's always just work wherever position we're going to be at.
Christian, you are a senior. You play a lot of high school games in your career. What's the biggest game you've ever played in up to this point in your career as a Clearview player?
I would say last year against Columbia when we finally ended that losing streak. It was just an amazing night. It was a team effort. I couldn't do it without my teammates, but my favorite moment was for sure stealing the game with the interception. But yeah, I would say that was my favorite game out of my whole career.
Last question before we let you go as you get set to kick off against the Westlake Demons. Finish this sentence. Tonight we're going to
win.
I love it. Christian Stevenson giving us some time on the pregame show. Brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. Shop smart, sharp, local. Shop Stewart's TV and Appliance. Christian, thank you for giving us some time, and good luck tonight against the Westlake Demons.
Thank you. Have a good one.
When we come back, we will hear from the Westlake Demons quarterback Mo Abdelhadi in our Player Spotlight, sponsored by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our Player Spotlight, sponsored by Buckeye Community Bank. Today and tomorrow, your partner for growth. I'm joined now by the quarterback of the Westlake Demons, Mo Abdelhadi. Mo, thank you for joining me before kickoff tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Mo, your team last year finished not as well as you guys would have hoped to last season. What are your guys' goals for this season?
Yeah, we're chasing the playoffs, so hoping to improve our record to 6+ wins and finish the season in a lot better of a spot than we did last year.
Before you guys get set to take on the Clearview Clippers tonight, we'll hit you with some rapid-fire questions, get to know more about you. First question, favorite NFL player?
My favorite NFL player right now is Jackson Dart. I just like the way he plays and the swag he carries to the game with the way he dresses and stuff. It just kind of brings, fun to the quarterback position.
Favorite football movie?
I have to go with Gridiron Gang. That's the one I grew up watching.
Favorite pregame song?
As of right now, my favorite pregame song I'd have to say is Plot Twist by Drake.
Pizza or burgers?
Burgers.
What are we putting on that burger?
A little bit, provolone cheese, some tomatoes, pickles, ketchup, mayo, mushrooms, and make it a perfect burger.
Sounds like a perfect burger. TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Home game or away game?
I like away games. I like the villain role you play.
Offense or defense? I think I know this one.
Yeah, offense for sure.
Cold weather or hot weather?
I'm a freeze baby, so I'm going to go with hot weather.
What are we thinking, 70 degrees, 75 degrees?
Yeah, 70 on the dot.
Yeah, you got those pads on. You want to make sure you stay hydrated even early in the season.
Yeah.
One teammate you'd want with you in a fight against a bear?
Ooh, one teammate I'd want with me. Nathan Gentry. He's our defensive end.
Mo, thank you for taking some time and joining us on the pregame show. Good luck tonight against the Clearview Clippers.
Thank you, man.
Quarterback of the Westlake Demons, Mo Abdelhadi, giving us some time on the pregame show. When we come back, kickoff between the Clearview Clippers and the Westlake Demons. It's live on the Lorain County Sports Network. Stay tuned. An amazing rendition of our national anthem played by the Westlake Marching Band, sponsored by Elyria Charities Incorporated. It's all about education. Hi, everybody. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Jake Van Warmer. Welcome back on the Lorain County Sports Network. Inside the broadcast booth, sponsored by Born Implement, your farming equipment experts since 1965, bornimplement.com. You just heard from Christian Stevenson of the Clearview Clippers and Mo Abdel Hadi of the Westlake Demons, and fantastic young athletes, and Abdel Hadi going all out on that burger, Jake.
I know, the mushrooms are what surprised me. It was great until he said mushrooms, and then I was all out on that one. But burgers over pizza all day.
A beautiful night here at UH St. John Stadium. Not a cloud in the sky. 72 degrees at game time. Our weather and field conditions sponsored by Lorain County Clerk of Courts Tom Orlando, a proud sponsor of high school athletes. As we look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Williams Brothers Builders, performing site work, concrete, and carpentry with our own forces. Jake, we talked about it a little bit earlier on the pregame show, but what are the keys to the game for both these teams to get their first win of the season?
So tonight, I'm looking for them to air it out. We got two quarterbacks who we know can throw it. We got Joe Stevens for Clearview. He 3 touchdown passes last game, so we'll look to see if he can do that again. Yeah, so I'm looking for the pass game. It's a little windy today. Hopefully that doesn't affect it too much. It could, but last week I said it's one in the trenches. Today I'm seeing it through the air.
We'll see if our Clearview Clippers can come out on top on the road to get their first win of the season against the Westlake Demons. It's all coming up on the Lorain County Sports Network on YouTube. Clearview Clippers and the Westlake Demons getting set to take on the battle here at St. John's Stadium. Hi, everybody. Jared Vinecourt joining alongside Jake Van Warmer. Clearview just taking the field. Xavier Garcia leading the way with the flag as the Clippers get ready to take on the Demons. Let's take a look at our injury update / report sponsored by Mars Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services of Lorain County. Be there for someone struggling with mental health and addiction issues this season. The one major injury to report, so to speak, Jake, is it is reported that Fabian Molina, the star receiver in Week 1 for the Clearview Clippers, is out tonight. So that's reported. We don't know if that's official, but that was reported that the coaches said he might not be going tonight. That's a huge loss for the Clippers.
Huge loss, especially with my air it out prediction. You know, their best receivers out. And big loss on defense, too. He's a starting linebacker. So, yeah, we'll see how that affects the pass game tonight.
Clearview won the coin toss. They deferred. That's sponsored by Lorain County Visitors Bureau, celebrating 200 years together. The team captains sponsored by Justin C. Miller, Esquire, specializing in family law, bankruptcy, and estate planning. The captains for Clearview, Christian Stevenson, Joe Stevens, Timmy Horvath, and Lamar Penny. For Westlake, Ali Assad, Mo Abdelhadi, Wes Urich, and Jake Neff. The referee crew, that's sponsored by Ross Environmental Services. Rely on Ross. We do it right. The referees for this evening, Timothy Brown, Dylan Chambow, Don Durea, Pat DiBiasio, Ronald Gambino, and Anthony Huspaska. The opening kickoff is sponsored by Lorain County Community College. Kick off your future with Lorain Community College. Dab back deep for Westlake to receive is Gavin McMillan and Ali Assad. Kicking it off for Clearview is Jeremiah Martinez. Week 2 underway. And it's taken at the 28. And a nice return. Good field position to start for Westlake. On the return for the Demons, Izzy Flores. And here comes Mo Abdelhadi in Week 1 in the loss to the Midview Middies. He went 13 for 26 for 126 yards. No touchdowns, and the struggle for him, Jake, was the turnovers. He had 2 interceptions in that Week 1 loss to Midview.
I mean, it's going to happen. You're going to make mistakes as a quarterback. It's just how you bounce back from it.
Westlake will start out at the 44-yard line. Westlake going with their black uniforms here tonight with the white trim. Clearview going with their road whites and the blue and yellow trim. Abdelhadi looks left, steps up, can't find an open receiver. He's going to take it himself, and he'll get a gain of 2. We'll bring up 2nd down and 8. The first snap of each half is sponsored by Janasco Insurance. The protection you need, the service you deserve. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, sponsored by Garing's Tavern. Post-game meals taste better at Garing's Tavern in Grafton. After this second snap, 2nd down and 8 for the Demons. Hadi Mustafa takes himself up the gut. 1st down and more. Tackled at the 43-yard line. The starting lineups for the Westlake Demons look like this. Anspreet Singh at left tackle, Omar Germany at left guard, Jack Kalokaro at center, Joseph Bedran at right guard, and Camden Rice at right tackle. The wide receivers, Nate Meyer, Gavin McMillan, Kareem Musla. The tight end, Gino Woods. The running back, Hadi Mustafa, and the QB, Mo Abdelhadi. Abdelhadi fires, and it's just high. Pass intended for Gavin McMillan. Incomplete. Will bring up 2nd down. The starting lineups for Clearview, they look like this. At defensive end, Brody Wacker. At defensive line, Xavier Ricks and Lamar Penny. Also at defensive end, Aiden Nolan. The linebackers, Fabian Molina, Christian Stevenson, Khalil Howard, and Tyler Hill. The cornerbacks, Joe Stevens, Kudo Grant, and the free safety, Xavier Garcia. 2nd down and 10 at the Clearview 44. Abdelhadi looks left. We'll just dump it over to Wes Urich. Pass is complete. Down the sideline. 1st down and more. Urich tackled right around the 25-yard line. A huge gain there for the Demons.
And Mustafa looks downfield for a second, had nothing, dumps it off to his running back. Great gain on the play.
Westlake moving quickly offensively here on their first drive of the game. First down and 10 at the 26. It was a gain of 18 on the play. Our first flag of the day. Let's see who jumped first. All the officials discussing it over. Still no signal.
Pretty long conference here by the refs.
And they're going to wave the flag. So no penalty after further discussion. So first and 10 at the 26 of Clearview. Abdel Hadi looks right, lofts it to the end zone, caught by Gavin McMillan. Touchdown Westlake. 26 yards, and Westlake strikes first.
They air it out. McMillan beat his man, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown.
Pretty textbook right there from Mo Abdel Hadi to Gavin McMillan. McMillan with his first touchdown of the season. Good for 26 yards. On for the extra point is Jake McIntosh. 2 for 2 on PAs this season. The kick is up, and it is good. So Westlake, they strike early. It only takes them a minute and 54 seconds to score. Clearview coming up next on their first offensive drive. Stay tuned. Seven 0 our score. Westlake scores early. And the scoring drive sponsored by Valley Chevrolet. It's a minute and 54 seconds with a 26-yard touchdown pass to Gavin McMillan. Valley Chevrolet, keep on driving with Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Clearview will get their first chance on offense. James McCann will kick it away for Westlake. Back deep to receive for Clearview, Christian Stevenson and Xavier Garcia. Stevenson will take it from the 15. And he's tackled right around the 30-yard line, and that's where Clearview will start on their first offensive possession of the game. Clearview, they had a great game offensively. They scored 30 points in week 1 against Shaw. Joe Stevens in that game went 15 for 26, 137 passing yards, had 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. A great opening debut last week against Shaw.
It was. He's going to have to do it again. Got to get that passing game working to match Clearview. Or match Westlake, sorry.
But he's going to be without his star receiver, as reported earlier, Fabian Molina, not in the starting lineup here today. So Xavier Garcia most likely is going to have to take his place at the wide receiver spot. Stevens gives it to Stevenson. Nice gain there for the first offensive play for Clearview. Brings up second down.
Yep, right up the middle to Stevenson. Nice little handoff. Gain of 6.
Second down and 4 coming up for Clearview. Ball at the 36-yard line. 9:40 left to play. Westlake up 7-0. Christian Stevenson, he had a great game in game 1. 12 carries for 47 yards. Low snap. Stevens rolls right. Fires incomplete. Pass intended for Christian Stevenson. They'll bring up third down.
He had Stevenson open. He just rushed the throw a little bit and overthrew him.
First road test this season for Clearview. It comes at a packed house inside UH St. John's Stadium. 3rd and 4. Stevens zips it, incomplete. Tipped by Ali Assad, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he didn't have much to throw to there. He threw to his one open guy, just threw it over his head a little bit. Got batted down.
So a quick 3 and out to start for Clearview offensively, and they'll have to punt it away. Doing the punting duties for Clearview, Michael Mincy. Back deep to receive the punt, Gavin McMillan. It's a good one. And Westlake will let this roll. And the Demons will take over at their own 36-yard line. Clearview down early 7-0 with 9:05 remaining. This is the Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week live on YouTube. First quarter, as Westlake, they scored on their opening drive, a 26-yard touchdown pass to Gavin McMillan. We'll see if the Clearview defense has something different pulled up to their sleeve here on drive number 2. In motion goes Gino Woods. Mustafa, right side, and he's erased immediately by Xavier Ricks. Ricks said, not this time. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Westlake goes with the run game there to the right. Great penetration from Clearview. That front 7 really got back there and stopped them for no gain.
Xavier Ricks, one of the seniors on this defense, stands at 5'10", 180 pounds. Him and Lamar Penny are really going to have to try to penetrate that offensive line of Westlake here today. Abdel Hadi rifles it complete to McMillan. First down and more. Down the sideline. And McMillan is gone. Second touchdown of the game for Gavin McMillan. And it's good for 64 yards. Westlake leads 13-0 with 8:16 remaining here in the first.
What a start for this pass game of Westlake. McMillan already almost over 100 yards. He's at 90 yards now for the game in the first quarter.
So Westlake is not messing around. They scored quickly on their first drive, and they score quickly here on their second drive, and they're out to the early 13-0 lead. This is a completely different Westlake team offensively compared to week 1.
It is. I mean, they must have found some mistakes they made and fixed everything up. We're seeing the result right now.
Carter McCann on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So Westlake out to the early 14-0 lead with 8:16 remaining in the first. Clippers down early. We'll be back after this on the Lorain County Sports Network. 14-0 our score. Westlake leads. 8:16 remaining in the first. Gavin McMillan and Mo Abdelhadi have been on fire here early in the first quarter. 26-yard touchdown pass the first time, this time 64 yards. A quick scoring drive for the Demons. It's sponsored by Valley Chevrolet. Keep on driving with Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. James McCann with a squib kick. And it's going to trickle out of bounds. Clearview will have great field position to start their second offensive possession. When you take a look at this Clearview team, Jake, they finished 5-6 last year. They took third in the LCA conference because all their wins were conference wins. And they won their last 4 games of the regular season to make the playoffs. They had to make a quarterback change mid-season, and it worked. Originally last year was Brayden Turner, who was the starting quarterback, but then the Clippers switched to Cam Williams. Eventually, Clearview lost in the first round of the Division IV Region 14 playoffs to Perkins, and Williams was a senior, so he graduated. And now they have the ball in the hands of Joe Stevens, who's trying to get the Clippers back to that playoff round that they tasted last year. They want more.
Yeah, I can imagine after, especially finishing the season on a high note like that, you got something to build on this year. You got your unfinished business, we'll call it.
Low snap. Stevens takes it himself, right side, and I'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, it was a low snap, kind of a broken play. He just had to run with it and do what he could. Actually got a couple there.
As for Westlake, they finished the season 3-7 last year, and one of their wins was actually against Clearview. They're part of the Cleveland Western Conference. You have teams like Bay Village, Buckeye, all those great schools. Rocky River, another great rival as well. So they're in a tough division. But Westlake trying to get back to the playoffs for the first time since 2023.
Well, starts on this play right here.
Stevens got someone to jump. And no, it's actually going to go on Clearview. Clearview's backing up. So I think it's fascinating, Jake, that for once a ref has a mic.
I love it. We can actually hear what they're calling.
But he doesn't say the number.
Oh, the player? Yeah, that would be helpful, but we can only work with the information we have.
2nd down and 13 for Clearview. Stevens rifles it, pass high, it's caught. Out of bounds to the 40-yard line. Pickup of gain of 8. On the reception, Jameer Hagler. So for the second straight drive, Clearview facing 3rd down territory. They went 3 and out on their first drive, trying to change that here.
Yeah, Stevens' first completion there. We'll see if I gain some confidence off of that.
He's got 3 receivers to the left. 1 to his right. Stevens rolls left. Pressured immediately. Slings it. Caught by Stevenson. 1st down and more as he's tackled out of bounds around the 40-yard line. Great 1st down play for the Clearview Clippers. Our 1st down sponsor, sponsored by Dickin, Dovin, and Reber Jones Funeral and Cremation Center, Lorain County's premier funeral, cremation, and memorial service. New location in Elyria Dickin Funeral Home. Huge 1st down there for the Clippers, Jake.
Huge. I was very impressed with Stevens there. Keeping his eyes downfield, even in the face of pressure. Rolling out to his left. As a right-hander, that is a hard throw to make. He made it perfectly.
Ball placed at the 43. Up the middle. Not much doing there. Might pick up 2. Dembimski on the carry. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Devin Dembimski in week 1 didn't rush the ball that much. He only had 2 carries for 5 yards. But with the injury to Fabian Molina, you might see Christian Stevenson play a wideout more than run tonight.
And he's shown he has the ability to, so we'll see how that works for him. When you got an injury, next guy up, always.
2nd down and 9. Rifles it to Hagler. It's complete. And he's brought down hard. 3rd and short coming up for Clearview.
Bring up 3rd and short.
6:10 remaining in the first quarter. Westlake up 14-0. 3rd and 1 at the 34 of Westlake. Clearview 1 for 1 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They give it to Howard. And he muscles his way. It's going to be close. One official is signaling 4th down. And they're going to mark it just short. So no gain on the play for Khalil Howard. And he's limping to the sideline. Hopefully he's okay. He just started 2 weeks ago for the Clippers, and he's made a huge impact already.
To already be out there on the field, that is impressive. He was hitting the backfield there. He made a second effort, got real close to the first, but 4th and short.
So we'll see what Cody Kaya draws up here on 4th and short. Clearview going to go for it. And Coach Kaya is going to take a timeout. It's sponsored by Pavement Maintenance of Ohio, PMOH. From asphalt repair to cracked ceiling, visit ohasphalt.com. We'll be back after this. 4th and short coming up for Clearview. Fourth and short coming up for Clearview. 5:07 remaining in the first. Clearview down 14-0 to Westlake.
Huge play here. You got to pick this up. You do not want to go down another score.
2 in the backfield for the Clippers. Stevens takes it himself, right side. Diving towards the line again. It's going to be close.
Stevens with the scramble.
No signal yet. And it is a first down for Clearview. Stevens just got the line of gain.
Called a quarterback jet to the right. He rolls out. Just picked up the first down.
Clearview 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions. They have a fresh set of downs. Ball placed at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. Stevens rolls to his right. Fires, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Nate Meyer. The first turnover of the day for the Clearview Clippers.
Yeah, they called a little comeback route for the receiver on the right side. He rolls out. He was there. He just threw it right to the defender.
Clearview with all the momentum going on their first offensive drive, and they cannot capitalize. Westlake will take over at the 24-yard line. The turnover chain update sponsored by Illyria Jewelers and Repair, treating customers like family. Westlake winning the turnover battle here in the first quarter. 14-0, 4:32 remaining. Westlake leads. They've gone 2 for 2 on their first 2 offensive drives, and they have scored quickly. Abdel Hadi rolls to his right, cuts back inside. He's going to take it himself, and he's met by a number of Clearview Clippers at the 35-yard line. He'll pick up a gain of 6. He'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
I'll tell you what, Abdel Hadi is not a big kid. He just took 3 guys on, and they did not take him down right away. That was very impressive.
And Abdel Hadi, he's 5'10", 175, so he's not the the tallest or biggest quarterback.
He's not the largest man I've ever seen, but took 3 men to bring him down there. That was impressive.
2nd and 4. Whistle blown. And we're waiting for an official signal. I believe Westlake called a timeout. And no, Clearview called a timeout. So we'll take it with them. 3:47 remaining in the first. Westlake leads 14-0. 3:47 remain here in the first. 2nd down and 4 for Westlake.
Second and 4 demons from the 35-yard line.
Abdel Hadi gives it to Mustafa, right side, and he's met immediately by Tyler Hill. A flag is on the play as well, so we'll see if this stands. Looks like there was a holding potentially against Westlake.
Definitely.
No official word yet.
We have a block in the back. On the offense, number 52, 10 yards from the previous spot, 2nd down.
So an illegal block in the back called by Joseph Bedran, and that's going to back up the Demons. First flag of the day accepted.
First one that wasn't picked up. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a costly one for Westlake. Instead of 2nd down and 4, it's 2nd down and 14.
Yep. Penalties and turnovers will kill you.
2nd down and 14 at the 25 for Westlake. Abdel Hadi looks right, lofts it down the sideline, caught by McMillan. Goes out of bounds towards the 40-yard line, and Clearview is having major issues guarding Gavin McMillan.
He's fast. He's a fast kid. You gotta play a little deeper on that. You know what they're looking to do. It's like another flag on the field.
And we'll see if this one stands. It came in late, and it looks like it's going to go against Westlake. Both players backing up towards Westlake's own end zone.
It's costly on a big play like that.
Holding on the offense, number 66, 10 yards from the previous spot, 2nd down.
So instead of a first down at the Clearview Clippers 40-yard line, it's a 2nd down and 24 at the 15-yard line. The penalty was committed by the left guard, Omar Germany. So both guards committing penalties on back-to-back plays, Jake.
Yep, and both of them very costly, especially that last one.
2nd down and 24 at the 15-yard line. And Clearview just gave 5 back. Xavier Ricks, guilty party.
Good job by Abdel Hadi there, getting him the jump.
On the defense, 5-yard cut, 2nd down.
So that will help the Demons out. 2nd down and 19 at the 20. Abdel Hadi looks left. Fires. Caught by Gino Woods. 1st down and more. Tackled at around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Woods runs a little cross route, stops in the middle right by the first down, catches the ball, first down, wide open.
Gain of 25 on the play. 3 minutes left in the first half. Mustafa up the middle, left side, have some space in front of him. First down, Westlake. Great run there by Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa right up the middle, goes untouched until he gets to about the first down mark.
Gain is 17 on the play. Westlake might be trying to milk some clock here. Trying to end this quarter with a score. Up the gut, Urich, met right away by Tyler Hill. Tyler Hill has done great up front here today so far for Clearview.
I'll tell you what, it is very difficult to tackle someone in the open field like that. He squared him up, brought him right down, and he's fired up out there. You love to see it.
2nd and 8 coming up, a gain of 2 for Urich. Abdelhadi. And we have a whistle on the play. And a false start on Westlake, it looks like. It's always hard, Jake, working with officials you've never worked with before because there's like a process, a rhythm for each sport you do. And it looks like the officials are trying to get on the same page of every call.
Yeah, I imagine they don't work together every week, so.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense, 5 yards. 2nd down.
So a false start on Westlake, and even though Westlake has committed a lot of penalties on this drive, they've been able to make them up with huge plays.
Well, they've proven there is no distance too long for them to cover. They have the deep passing game with McMillan there. I'd be willing to bet they go back, but he's not on the field. Oh, there he is, number 2.
McMillan lined up on the bottom of your screen, right side. Already 2 touchdowns here today. Abdelhadi looks left, now right. Rifles it to McMillan. Incomplete. Little low. And I'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, ran a screen for McMillan, wide receiver screen. He came back for it. A little low on the throw there.
3rd and 13 coming up for Westlake. And this is the first time in this game, Jake, we've really seen Westlake in trouble offensively.
Yeah, this is their first 3rd down and long. I'd bet they look to pass.
3 receivers to the right of Abdelhadi. Abdelhadi looks right. Rifles it. Complete to McMillan. First down and more. Tackle that around the 25-yard line. First down, Westlake.
Little comeback route there for McMillan. First down. They're having a lot of trouble covering this guy right now.
Gain of 17 on the play. Gavin McMillan, 3 receptions, 107 yards in the first quarter.
First quarter.
2 touchdowns to go along with it.
Yeah, Cato Grant's got his hands full over there for Clearview.
Abdelhadi rifles it, complete to West Urich. First down and more. 1st and goal coming up for Westlake.
Line the running back out there at the wide receiver position. Throw him a little slant route. First down, Westlake.
First reception of the day for Urich. 1st and goal at the 7 for Westlake. A gain of 18 on the play.
First and goal, Demons from the 7-yard line.
Westlake in the red zone, our red zone sponsor, sponsored by Kenny's Sports Cycles. Since 1961, still doing motorcycles, scooters, ATVs, and more the right way. Up the gut, Urich.
Urich on the carry.
We'll get a gain of a couple. Bring up 2nd down and goal. 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We'll see what Westlake does here on the 2nd and goal drive.
Yeah, they tried a little fake jet sweep there to the wide receiver, hand to the big back up the middle, gain of a couple.
Officially 2nd and goal at the 5. 15 seconds remaining. Abdel Hadi takes it himself, left side, dives in the end zone, touchdown. Mo Abdel Hadi with a 5-yard touchdown run, and Westlake firing on all cylinders here in the first. Carter McCann on for the extra point. It's sponsored by Great Lakes Honda West. End of summer savings now at Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. Trying to make it 3 for 3 on the day. The kick is up, and it is good. So Westlake wasting no time. 21-0 Demons, 7.3 left here in the first. (21-0) our score. 7 seconds remaining here in the first. Westlake with 3 amazing scoring drives, especially that last one. They had a bunch of penalties, but they were able to overcome it. And Mo Abdel Hadi with a 5-yard touchdown run to make it 21-0 Demons. Carter McCann will kick it away. And Khalil Howard will field it. It went off his hands. And I think the officials are going to say he gave up. So Clearview will start at their own 13-yard line with 4 seconds remaining.
Howard on the return for the Clippers. Clippers take over at the 19-yard line.
Jared Vinecourt joining alongside Jake Van Warmer. Lorain County Sports Network Game of the Week here on YouTube. Vermilion and Firelands also in that heated rivalry on the other live stream here today. A lot of great high school football going on in Lorain County here in week 2. Clearview will run one last play before the end of the first quarter. They'll give it to Stevenson, and he's met right away. He'll lose a yard on the play, and that will end the first quarter. Westlake come out firing on all cylinders offensively. 21-0 Demons. Second quarter coming up. 21-0 Westlake as we get set for the second quarter. Second down and 10 coming up for the Clearview Clippers. They had momentum on their side last drive, Jake, but Joe Stevens threw an interception and took that momentum away.
He did. We'll see if he can summon his inner Mo Abdelhadi and get the ball going.
Stevens keeps it himself, rolls left, fires complete. Pass caught by Michael O'Neal, just short of the first down marker. Third down and short coming up for Clearview.
Yeah, O'Neal's pretty open. He just delivered it kind of low. He had to fall to the ground to catch it. Couldn't get much after the catch.
Gain of 9 on the play, and no, 10. They gave it to Clearview. A much-needed first down for the Clearview Clippers, so that will move the chains.
They needed it not only to continue the drive, but also for their confidence. You need to see the chains moving to know what you're calling on offense is actually working.
First down and 10 at the 23. Stevens looks right, now left, airs it out. Pass intercepted. Flag on the play. I think this one is coming back. Pass intercepted by Adam Dasick. Pass was intended for Kudo Grant. He was double covered. And I think this one is not going to stand for Westlake. We'll hear the official word from the officials.
Yeah, the ball was kind of lofted in the air, so Stevens lofted it up. The defender for Clearview had to wait on it. He kind of bumped into the receiver when he was going to intercept it, and that was the call, pass interference.
Westlake defense staying on the field. They know this one's coming back.
Pass interference on the defense, number 40. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Pass interference on Westlake is the call. They said on number 40, but Westlake doesn't have a number 40 listed on their roster. But that's a huge play for Clearview. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
They need to. I mean, this is getting out of hand, so we need to score on this drive.
Westlake, they were able to race the penalties offensively. Now we'll see if Clearview can make them pay here. First down and 10 at the 38. Stevenson up the middle, fighting his way for extra yardage. And he'll get a gain of a couple on forward progress. I'll bring up second down.
Great effort from Stevenson there, getting what he could.
Stevenson on the carry, brought down by a number of units. 2-yard gain on the play brings up
10:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Westlake came out firing on all cylinders in the first quarter. 2 touchdown passes to Gavin McMillan. Also a running touchdown by Mo Abdelhadi. Second down and 8 for Clearview coming up. They had some momentum on their last drive, but Joe Stevens with a costly turnover, and now with the pass interference call here on this drive, Clearview trying to get in the end zone for the first time here today. Stevens with 3 receivers to his right. Low snap, gives it back to Stevenson. Left side, fighting for extra yardage. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Third down coming up.
Stevenson's tough to bring down, but when you got 3 guys hanging on you, it's hard to go anywhere.
5'9", 200 pounds, the senior, a big high school athlete.
Big bruising back.
3rd and 7 coming up for Clearview. Stevens gives it to Stevenson, left side. Fighting his way for first down yardage. And he's just short of the first down marker. Great run there by Stevenson. Will bring up 4th and short.
Good hard run. I tell you what, I don't want to have to tackle him. That was a nice little truck stick by him on the first guy.
Leaning the shoulder down. Nice little hit stick like in Madden. A gain of 6 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
They teach you to be the hammer, not the nail. He was the hammer there.
So we saw Clearview go for it on 4th down last drive. They converted. We'll see what they do here. Ball at the 46. Under 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Now we have a timeout taken by Westlake. Hey, while we have a moment, we want to shout out some political candidates. Brenda Buchanan for House of Representatives, 54th District. Joe Miller for State Senate. Craig Snodgrass for Lorain County Auditor. Brad Lacko for House of Representatives, 53rd District. Kelly Dieter for House of Representatives, 54th District. Jeff Riddle for Lorain County Commissioner. Gail Manning for House of Representatives, 52nd District. Andrew Lippian for Lorain County Commissioner. And Elaine Seguin for Lorain County Auditor. Good luck to all the political candidates. Week 2 of the high school football season. And Jake, I can't believe it's really week 2 already. I mean, football season just flies by so fast because as an avid football fan as we are, you have Thursday night football for the pros. You have Friday night football for Friday night lights. You have college football on Saturday, and then you have NFL football again on Sunday and Monday. So basically, if you're with the wife, you only get to spend with her 2 days out of the 7 days of the week.
Yeah, she gets 2 days of the week. The rest are for football. It's the best time of the year.
4th and short for Clearview. Clearview looks to be a little bit short. No signal yet. And Clearview is short. They turn over on downs. Westlake defense with a huge stop near midfield.
Yep, tried it up the middle. They were having success on that drive running up the middle. Clearview called that timeout. They were ready. Or sorry, Westlake called that timeout, and they were ready for it.
8:47 remaining. Westlake now trying to put this to bed here in the first half.
And they have an opportunity to do so.
Clearview needs to find a stop defensively. First down and 10 for Westlake at the 47-yard line. Abdel Hadi rifles it complete to number 87, Kareem Musla. Down the sideline he goes. He steps out of bounds near the 25-yard line, but a flag is down. Great sportsmanship there by Gino Woods, helping out a Clearview Clippers defenseman. I believe that's Tyler Hill with a cramp. We'll see what the official flag is. No word yet. I think it's going to come back because it was at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like it was in the area of holding on that screen. Yeah, when you're setting up blocks on the outside like that, when the runner passes them and the defender tries to get away, it's hard not to grab onto them. It happens a lot on those screen passes.
Especially underneath the pads.
Underneath the pad. You want to protect your guy, you know. You want to do what you can to keep the defender away.
Holding. On the offense, number 5, 10-yard penalty. Spot. Still first down.
So Gino Woods, the guilty party on the hold, and this could be a tale of why Westlake was 3-7 last year because of the penalties. Their conference is really good. Their conference is going to make them pay on those penalties.
They're showing they have the talent. It's coming down to discipline right now.
Now, it's still early in the season, so those penalties can be fixed.
Of course, you can clean it up.
But the amount of penalties that Westlake has committed here in this first half, you wouldn't think they'd be up 21-0.
If you just saw the penalties, you would not. You would think it's still a 0-0 game. But the deep ball fixes mistakes. We'll just say that.
We don't have an official penalty counter, but I gotta believe Westlake has 5 or 6 penalties already.
I believe that's number 5 for them. Yes.
And Clearview, they only have 1.
Just 1, but an interception. Can't get much going on offense right now. Having trouble running the ball.
We have an injury timeout for Tyler Hill. We'll take it with him. 8:38 remaining in the second. Tyler Hill limping off the field for Clearview. And Clearview is getting beaten up here in the first few weeks of the season. First, no Fabian Molina tonight. And now Tyler Hill, one of the key linebackers for Clearview, shaking up on that last play. We'll see if he'll be able to continue, but not good for the Clippers.
Not good at all. But, you know, injuries are a part of the game. Gives another guy an opportunity to show what he has.
So after the hold, and brings up first and 17 rather, at the 45-yard line. Abdel Hadi looks right, rifles it, completes to McMillan. Up the middle he goes, cuts to the left side, and he's met right at midfield. He'll pick up a gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down and 13.
Yeah, they had McMillan lined up in the middle slot on the right. Takes a screen, cuts it all the way back to the left, runs it up the middle of the field. Small gain there.
McMillan with his 4th catch, 112 yards here in the first half. Had those 2 deep ball touchdown passes early in the first quarter. Abdel Hadi airs it out, and it's caught out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Nate Meyer with his first catch of the day on the offensive side. Had an interception earlier in the game, and it's a first down for Westlake.
Yeah, just another case of a wide receiver for Clearview apologize, I keep doing that. Westlake, a wide receiver for Westlake beating a Clearview defender one-on-one.
Ball at the 21-yard line. Empty backfield for Abdel Hadi. Abdel Hadi looks right, now left. Zips it, complete to Musla. First and goal for Westlake.
Another quick decision from Abdel Hadi. Hits him right in the middle of the field on a quick slant. They're set up to score.
First and goal at the 3 for Westlake.
First and goal, Demons from the 3-yard line.
Puts Abdel Hadi over 200 yards already.
Already has more yards than last game against Midview. Abdel Hadi gives it to Mustafa, left side, in the end zone, touchdown, Westlake. 3-yard touchdown run for the Demons. And they lead 27-0 with 6:50 remaining here in the second quarter.
That's just power football. You get to the goal line, give it to your running back, let him go up the middle, find the hole.
First touchdown of the day for Mustafa. Second overall this season. Carter McCann on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Westlake, they lead big over Clearview, 28-0, 6:50 remaining in the second. We'll be back right after this on the Lorain County Sports Network. In the second quarter, Hadi Mustafa with a 3-yard touchdown run to make it a 28-0 lead for Westlake. The touchdown tracker sponsored by Jamie's Carpet Shop. Get floored with jamiescarpetshop.com. 4 touchdowns for the Demons. Carter McCann kicks it away. Stevenson will take it from his own 11. And he'll be wrapped up around the 30-yard line. That's where Clearview will take over. Clearview, they get the ball to start the second half. And if you're the Clippers here, you might just want to milk out the clock to try to get a touchdown so Westlake doesn't get the ball back, and then try to build some momentum off a possible touchdown here.
Yeah, I mean, with Westlake's shown their ability to move the ball quickly downfield, you don't want to give them a lot of time after this drive. So you want to take some time off, get a score.
We want to give a huge shout out to Jones, Bones, BBQ, and Grub, the official BBQ of the Lorain County Sports Network. Smoking good BBQ. I like a good steak.
Good steak?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a ribs guy myself.
Ribs not a bad choice. Out the middle goes Howard. He gets a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11 coming up for Clearview.
There's too much penetration from the Westlake front 7 in the backfield as soon as he gets the ball.
Khalil Howard, he's a great story for the Clearview Clippers. He's a sophomore, 5'7", 175 pounds. He came out to join the team 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And he's already made a huge impact for the Clippers.
Already playing.
Stevens rolls left side, zips it, intercepted. Samson Prim, and he's tackled out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 16-yard line. 2nd interception thrown by Stevens here today.
That was the last thing Clearview needed, setting Westlake up to get another score before half.
So Westlake will take over at the 16-yard line. Samson Prim with an interception on that last play, along with Nate Meyer. Abdel Hadi lofts it to the end zone. Caught by McMillan. Flag on the play. Touchdown Westlake if it stands.
I think that flag is going to be on the defender for pass interference.
And it is on Clearview as the special teams unit comes on for Westlake. Gavin McMillan with his 3rd touchdown of the half. 3rd touchdown of the half. 5 receptions for 115 yards.
Yeah, they're having a world of hurt trouble with him right now. Just can't cover him.
James McCann on for the extra point. Sorry, Carter McCann on for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. 35-0 Westlake. Having one of the best first halves in school history, if I do say so myself.
It's got to be.
Let's take a look at some live studio updates presented by E.H. Roberts Heating and Cooling. Don't forget your furnace. It's football season as we take a look at some scores around the league. We are covering, and pretty much everyone in the state of Ohio is covering Avon and Pine Richland. Avon, that's a home game for them, and in the second quarter, Jake, Avon is down 27-3.
That is insane.
I don't think the Avon Eagles have been down by that many points in years. The two-time defending state champions, they escaped last week against Ignatius, but so far in the first half against Pine Richland, they're struggling.
Well, they stepped their schedule up this year. That's what happens. Get challenged.
Amherst, they're taking on one of Westlake's conference opponents, Buckeye. They're leading that game 21-13. Avon Lake, they're down 14-10 over Lake Catholic. That's a big game for the Shoremen. We'll have them next week. North Ridgeville, they're up 7-0 over Brush. That's on the road at Brush. Another highly contested road contest for the Rangers. Keystone and Cloverleaf, they are scoreless in the second quarter. Ball officially taken from the 15. Khalil Howard met right away, tackled at around the 20-yard line. And Clearview takes over at the 21-yard line. 5:41 left in the second quarter. Westlake, they lead big over Clearview, 35-0.
See what Clearview tries to do here on offense. Having trouble passing, having trouble running. See what they go to.
And they showed they have the capability to score, even though you're down your best receiver, Fabian Molina. It's the turnovers at the end of the day that's really struggled for them.
Turnovers will kill you. It's one thing you cannot do as an offense.
Ball at the 21. Stevens flips it over to Stevenson. On the right side has a couple nice blocks. And Stevenson using all his muscle and power there. Great run there for the first down. Gain of 20 on the play for Stevenson.
Yeah, ran a little sweep out to the right to Stevenson. Makes a couple people miss. Picks up 20.
Stevenson, 7 carries for 34 yards here in the first half.
Yeah, that was the first one where he was able to actually find some space and get moving.
5:30 remaining in the second quarter. Clearview looking to get on the board. Stevenson up the middle. Nothing much there. Loses a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Again, they try to go up the middle with Stevenson. Westlake's defensive line in the backfield once again.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. If Clearview can get a good offensive drive going, we'll see how long they try to milk this clock, because they do get the ball the second half. Second and 11. Stevens rolls to his left. Zips it to Tyler Hill. Good to see him back in the ball game. He makes the catch and just gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, we'll pick up a couple. And I'll bring up 3rd down and long for Clearview.
That play will bring up 3rd down.
They're trying everything they can to get this passing game going with these short passes, but that was not much to get there.
3rd and 9 for Clearview. 4:10 left here in the second quarter. Stevens flips it over to Stevenson. Up the middle. Nothing much doing there. Stevenson gets a gain of 1. 4th down coming up for the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, when you're throwing interceptions, it's hard to drop back and pass. They're sticking with the run game, trying to not make any mistakes.
Clearview 1 for 2 on 4th down today. 4th and 7 for Clearview. Joe Stevens trying to get the play from his head coach, Cody Kaya.
Westlake not making it easy playing this music.
Enemy territory, road games, and Clearview is going to be forced to use a timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:11 remaining here in the second. Fourth and 7 for Clearview at the 44-yard line. Stevens looks right. Rolls to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he gets the first down and more. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Great run there by Stevens.
Great run there. He had pressure on him right away. He kept his cool. He got out of trouble. He scrambles for 10.
The one takeaway you can take from this half for Clearview is fourth down. 2 for 3 on fourth down today.
They're clutch, if anything.
That stops the clock at 3:02. Clearview out of timeouts.
Plenty of time here.
First and 10. Stevens flips it over to Stevenson. Left side. Nice run there by Christian Stevenson. Brings up second down.
They've had success on that little flip they've been running to Stevenson. Hopefully not too late to keep running the ball.
And his burst of speed, his momentum, it's like he's been being shot out of a cannon.
It's impressive for a guy that size to see him move like that.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second down and 5 at the 38. Stevens gives it over to Stevenson. This time the right side. First down and more. Cuts back inside. And he will stay on his feet, eventually getting tackled at the 24-yard line. Christian Stevenson using his amazing running skills to get the first down.
He displayed his vision, his inability to want to go down, and the blocking was excellent on that play. Gave him plenty of room.
Clearview going to have to run a 2-minute drill. 2 minutes remaining in this one.
Plenty of time here. Just don't freak out.
First and 10 at the 24. Stevens this time gets it to Tyler Hill, left side. He's met right away. Gain of a couple. Second down coming up.
A little change of pace there, going to Hill instead of Stevenson. Pick up a 2.
Clearview doesn't have any timeouts remaining. They got to go. Under a minute and a half remaining. This is the closest they've been all game to the end zone. Stevens rolls to his right. Rifles it. Complete to Tyler Hill. He's got to get out of bounds. And he's tackled out of bounds at the 12-yard line. First down and 10 for Clearview.
Impressed with Joe Stevens there. He had pressure as soon as the ball was snapped from the left side. He keeps his cool. He rolls out to the right. Finds Hill.
A minute 6 remaining in the first half. Clearview trying to get on the scoreboard. 3 receivers to his left. Stevenson up the gut. Stays on his feet through the middle of the field and into the end zone for the touchdown. Christian Stevenson says, I will not be tackled. A 12-yard touchdown run for Christian Stevenson, and the Clearview Clippers are on the board.
That was a hard run. I think 4 people had a chance at him, and he shook them off. They could not bring him down there. He would not be denied. Touchdown.
And that touchdown is sponsored by our touchdown tracker, Jamie's Carpet Shop. Finishing for every touchdown scored this season, Jamie's Carpet Shop will make a $5 donation to Friendship APL Lorain County. On for the extra point, Jeremiah Martinez. The kick is low and blocked. Extra point, no good, but Christian Stevenson will not be denied. Finds the end zone for the Clearview Clippers, and they are on the board 35-6 with 57 seconds remaining in this one. (35-6), under a minute left to play. Christian Stevenson with a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Clearview Clippers finally on the scoreboard, but they got to do something differently defensively. Westlake has not been stopped in this first half. They've scored 5 touchdowns, 2 off of turnovers. Back deep for the Demons, Gavin McMillan and Ali Assad. The kick was touched by one of the Westlake Demon players, so jumping on it is McMillan, and Westlake will take over at their own 26-yard line.
Heads up play by McMillan. You don't want to risk, trying to pick it up and dropping it, giving it back to Clearview, giving them even more momentum.
So now this is the big question for Westlake. Even though Clearview scored and they get the ball to start the second half, do you take a knee, just go to half, or do you try to deny any sort of comeback here and momentum?
With the success of their deep passing game, I'm going right back to McMillan. I'm trying it again. Get greedy, try to get one before half.
Him and Abdel Hadi have been great.
Excellent. Abdel Hadi has 1 incompletion today.
They elect to throw. Abdel Hadi rolls to his left. Lofts it, and it's complete. Making the catch is Jacob Adala. His first reception of the day. 45 seconds remain. Westlake's going to try to score here before the end of the first half. Abdel Hadi looks left, slings it, pass incomplete and dropped by Abdallah.
Tried a little quick pass there, a little too hot to handle, I think.
First time we've really seen Westlake go with the slant routes today.
Yeah, it's been a lot of deep balls. Maybe they're looking to come underneath more.
Because that could have potentially been a touchdown right there.
It was
Abdallah catches that.
It was there.
36 seconds remaining. Abdel Hadi looks left. In some trouble. Rolls to his right. Zips it. Complete to Woods. Stays on his feet through the middle of the gridiron. And he will not be denied in the end zone for the Westlake touchdown. Westlake comes right back. 25 seconds on the scoring drive. A 64-yard touchdown pass to Gino Woods.
just Aldo Hadi is impressive. He can't even see over the line on that play. He's running around. No one's open on the left side. He rolls out to the right. He finds his tight end Woods wide open. Touchdown, Westlake.
And for Woods, that's only his second reception of the day. He was the main target in week 1. Card McCann on for the extra point. We have a whistle. And now we are officially ready for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So Westlake, they did not like Christian Stevenson's touchdown run, and they answer quickly in 25 seconds, 42-6 Westlake. 22 seconds remain in the second quarter. (42-6) our score. Gino Woods, using his speed, finds the end zone. Westlake has not been stopped at all today offensively. Clearview, they just scored their first touchdown of the game. They will get the ball to start the second half. Make sure you stay tuned for the Health Markets halftime show, sponsored by Jeff Allison of Health Markets Insurance. We'll rate the dog.
On the kick. Return on the play by number 0,
Christian Stevenson on the return. Gets out to the 34-yard line. 16 seconds remaining. I got to assume that Clearview is just going to take a knee here.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything risky to dig yourself in a deeper hole.
Clippers take over at the 34-yard line.
Along with the Rate the Dog, we'll also give you some scores around the league. You heard about Avon earlier, losing big in their second week matchup, which doesn't happen often.
Not in a while.
.7 seconds remaining. And Clearview, they will run a play. Stevens rolls to his left. Zips it. Pass tipped. Incomplete.
That was very close to being the mistake I was referring to, giving Westlake another shot to score before half.
8 seconds remaining. Second down and 10 coming up for Clearview. Clearview, they got on the board thanks to a 12-yard touchdown run by Christian Stevenson. Clearview going to run one more play before half. Stevens gives it to Stevenson left side. Tackled near the first down marker. And that will end the first half. Westlake, they lead big over the Clearview Clippers, 42-6. Halftime at UH St. John Stadium. The Health Markets halftime show coming up next.
taking you back to one of the ultimate feel-good dance classics. Get ready for a group that has kept dance floors moving for generations. It's time to enter the world of Boogie Wonderland. But we're not slowing down yet. We're jumping from disco to today's dance floor with a hit that's all about finding your rhythm and letting yourself shine. We close our show, but turn up the energy with Dua Lipa's Levitating.
band is under the direction of Mr. Joe Vidali and Miss Victoria Lewis. Our Demonettes and Debonaires are coached by Miss Rachel Stanger and Miss Gia Salamalekis. Our percussion instructor is Ziggy Skaggs. And the pride of Westlake is led on the field tonight by senior band Bethany and Giannis. Tonight we are bringing pure ha-ha energy to the field. Get ready to turn up the volume as we throw it back to 2007 with Fall Out Boy's iconic anthem, Thanks for the Memories. From the open highway into the heart of the gridiron, the pride of Westlake is ready to hit the road with the crowd favorite. This popular song was made famous by Rascal Flatts and the hit Pixar movie Cars. Here is Life is a Highway.
Both teams.
Welcome in to the Health Markets Halftime Show, sponsored by Jeff Allison of Health Markets Insurance. Insuring questions, just call Jeff. That's a Health Markets Insurance in Amherst. Halftime here at UH St. John Stadium. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Jake Van Warmer. Westlake leads 42-6, and Jake, Westlake cannot be stopped right now.
They cannot. They are doing whatever they want on offense, mainly through the passing game, led by Mo Abdelhadi. Right now he's 12 of 14, 4 touchdowns, 267 yards, no interceptions.
And that's the thing that has killed Clearview in that first half. Joe Stevens with 2 interceptions. Hopefully he can change his outcome in the second half. This is going to be a tough hill to climb for Clearview. Even though they probably aren't going to win this game, at least win the half, you know?
You can finish strong. I mean, you got Stevenson. You got something going with him on the ground. He's got 74 yards on 13 carries. At least if you can't win the game, you can try to do some good things and build off of for next week. So give you something to look at in film to see what you did right, because we have film on what you've done wrong. Now let's see if we can do something right, get some good film.
Clearview out with Fabian Molina, their star wide receiver from week 1. He's out tonight, and we'll see if that is a long-term thing or a short-term thing, but he's not playing tonight, and that's proven costly for the Clippers offense.
It has. Stevens he hasn't been on the same page with the other receivers on the team so far. So we'll see if they can clean that up a little bit.
The bright side for Clearview in the first half, Christian Stevenson, he had a nice 12-yard touchdown run. He never gave up. He fought his way into the end zone for that touchdown. As you take a look at the Westlake Marching Band finishing up their halftime performance, we saw Clearview's marching band earlier. And we now want to rate the dog, sponsored by Brian Victor of Howard Hanna. Brian says enjoy the game. And unfortunately, contestant stand line's very long. So we weren't able to get a dog, but we got a slice of pizza here in the breast box today. And Jake, I'll let you go first this time. What'd you think of your slice of pizza?
So I'm not a fan of cold pizza, but I don't mind room temp pizza. It was room temp. The texture was chewy, which I like. I like a chewy pizza. Real saucy. It's a little too much sauce. The sauce was good, though. Just a little thick on. They laid it on a little too thick, but overall it was a good slice of pizza. I'm giving it a 6.5.
See, I'm the opposite. I love to be lost in the sauce. I love a saucy slice of pizza. I agree. Room temp is better than cold. Obviously, you want it warm, but we weren't able to get it warm. That's why it's the halftime show. We could save it for the halftime. But yeah, I thought it was actually good on the sauce. Too cheesy for me. But I agree with that same rating. I get a 6.5 out of 10. Not the best slice of pizza, not the worst slice of pizza I've had. So, and there's so many different pizza places nowadays. I think the best one that we have is Papa John's, the official pizza provider of the Lorain County Sports Network. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's in Lorain. I think that's the one to go to.
Papa John's. If you're going chain pizza, Papa John's is definitely up there. I always prefer a place named after an Italian guy. Like if you got a place named like Angelo's or some Italian name, they typically have excellent pizza.
Oh, I'm Italian, so any Italian pizza chain, like you said, I'm there for it. When we come back, second half action between the Clearview Clippers and the Westlake Demons on the Lorain County Sports Network. Stay tuned. Second half coming up. Welcome back in to the Health Markets halftime show, sponsored by Jeff Allison of Health Markets Insurance. Just under 3 minutes left to play before the start of the second half here at St. John Stadium. Let's take a look at some scores around Lorain County, and we start with Amherst. They are beating Buckeye right now 31-13 in the third. The most surprising one, Avon, they're losing 27-10 to Pine Richland in the third quarter, Jake.
Shocking.
Avon Lake, they're down 14-10 to Lath Cackliff in the third quarter. Some other scores around the league. Brush, they lead North Ridgeville 14-7. Keystone, they are down 10-6 to Cloverleaf. Both those games in the third quarter. Leary Catholic, they're down 20-7 to Mayfield in the third quarter. Columbia having a great game against Fairview. They lead 28-6 in the third quarter. Some other scores from Lorain County. Wellington down 14-7 to Mapleton, and North Olmsted beating Midview right now in the third quarter as well, 20-7. Finally, Black River, they lead 7-3 over Northwestern. Those are some scores all around Lorain County. Week 2 in commence here, as it's been a exciting week 2 around Lorain County overall, Jay.
It has been. Sounds like some of those other games could borrow some of these points. Maybe add it to their score. Got a lot of points here tonight.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half. Game time now. It's a cool 67 degrees. A beautiful night for football.
Perfect weather.
Carter McCann will get ready to kick this one away. Christian Stevenson and Xavier Garcia back deep to receive. We will see if Clearview can turn this one around. Second half underway. Squib kick off the hands of Tyler Hill. He picks it up from the 21. Hill towards the right side. Tackled at the 35-yard line. And that's where Clearview takes over to start this second half.
Let's see if they try to get Stevenson going early with the turnovers they've had in the passing game. That's about all they've had going for them.
And you got to imagine that Clearview is going to utilize Stevenson a lot, whether he's in the run game or in the passing game, because you've dug yourself in a big hole. You've got to find ways to score.
Yeah, and you got to get him the ball.
First down and 10 for Clearview. Stevens flips it over to Stevenson, left side. On his feet, down the sideline, first down and more. Stevenson tackled out of bounds around the 35-yard line, flag on the play. It was a late flag. I believe it's going to be a late hit. We'll see what the official call is.
First down Clippers from the 35-yard line.
No official word from
Flag on play. On the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Roughing the passer. The end of the run. First down.
So was a late hit on Joe Stevens, roughing the passer, the call, and a huge play to start this second half, Jake.
That may have been the shot in the arm Clearview needed to get this offense moving. Great run from Stevenson. Added on a little bow on top at the end from the defense.
And the clock was running on that last play, so they have to get the clock right because the scoreboard operator did not stop the clock on that flag. So they have to get the clock right.
Clearview needs all the time they can get, so that's not in their favor. Clock's still running.
Correction on the play. There is no roughing the passer. Moving about 15 yards back. Still first down.
Oh, so they took away the roughing the passer penalty.
Well, I was wondering why they called it. It was a run play, so I don't think you can rough the passer on a run play.
Play still remains.
I just assumed it was a late hit
Late hit.
because he didn't throw the ball, obviously.
Yeah, and maybe unnecessary roughness could have been the call,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can't rough the passer if they're not passing.
So first down and 10 officially at the 35-yard line. Beautiful full moon here at Westlake. Stevenson, right side, cuts inside, first down and more. Down the right side, cuts back inside, and he's tackled inside the 5. First and goal for Clearview.
Run down on the play by number 30.
Yet another impressive run from Stevenson. Goes off the right side, makes a few men miss.
First and goal, Clippers from the 4-yard line.
Gain of about 26.
So Christian Stevenson continuing right where he left off after scoring that touchdown to end the first half.
Yep, back-to-back big runs for him, totaling 51 yards on 2 carries.
First and goal from the 4. 8:20 remaining. Stevenson up the gut, left side. Not much there. Brings up second and goal.
Go back to the hot hand. Westlake was prepared. Stuffs him right in the middle.
No gain on the play. Second and goal at the 4.
Goal, Clippers from the 4-yard line.
Stevenson already with 2 great runs here on this first offensive drive of the second half for Clearview. Stevens takes it himself. Left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clearview.
Stevens on the quarterback keeper.
Joe Stevens with a 4-yard touchdown run. A great start for the second half for Clearview.
Picked up a great block from his running back, Stevenson, there to seal him on the edge, get him to the outside.
That touchdown is sponsored by Jamie's Carpet Shop. For every touchdown scored this season, Jamie's Carpet Shop will make a $5 donation to Friendship APL of Lorain County.
Come see us at Jamie's Carpet Shop and get floored.
Clearview going for 2. Stevens, left side. And he's short. 2-point conversion, no good, but Clearview starts the second half great offensively. A 4-yard touchdown run by Joe Stevens. 42-12 our score with just over 7 minutes remaining in the third. 42-12 our score, thanks to the 4-yard touchdown run by Joe Stevens. It's our scoring drive sponsored by Valley Chevrolet. Keep on driving with Valley Chevrolet in Wellington. Clearview, they've done great so far here today offensively, but the defense has been the question. Can they stop Westlake defensively? Westlake takes over at their own 39-yard line. So far, 6 possessions for Westlake, all touchdowns.
Yep, starts right here on this drive for Clearview. You have to get a stop. It's not looking great.
First down and 10 for the Demons. Mo Abdelhadi, already with 4 touchdowns here today. Keeps it, slings it, right side, caught. Tackled out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. Kareem Musla with the reception, gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
There, a little play action, screen to the right, 5 yards from Musla.
And someone jumped for Clearview. Xavier Ricks, the guilty party. Huge penalty for Clearview. And that will bring up 2nd down and 1.
Abdelhadi's getting the yards any way he can, including through penalties.
Mustafa, right side, 1st down and more. Tackled out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Good handoff to the right there. Mustafa runs for a 1st down.
Gain of 9 on the play. And now we have a whistle on the field. No signal from the officials yet on what this whistle is. I believe Clearview took a timeout. And it's the officials' timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:44 remaining in this one. First down and 10 at the 41. Urich, right side, breaks a tackle. First down and more, down the sideline. Stays on his feet. And steps out of bounds at the 19-yard line. That's where they're going to mark him. It's a 1st down for Westlake. Gain of 22 on the play.
Nice to see him go to the run game here. Maybe try to milk some clock, but ended up busting it for a long game.
We really haven't seen Mustafa or Urich run the ball that much here today.
Haven't had to.
Mustafa with 5 carries, Urich only with 3. Abdelhadi keeps it, slings it, incomplete. Pass intended for Gavin McMillan. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down.
Rare incompletion for Abdelhady. Got the ball there. Went through McMillan's hands there a little bit.
A rare drop for McMillan, too.
First we've seen.
And it amazes me, Westlake has done so well with the deep ball today, but with the short slants, they haven't been able to convert on those.
Yeah, it's just not there right
Doesn't make any sense. Usually it's the opposite.
You'd think the deep ball would be harder. Abdelhady's got a nice deep ball.
Dumps it over to the left side on the screen to Kareem Musla. Tackled out of bounds at around the 10-yard line.
Pass complete to number 87, Kareem Musla.
And it is a first down for Westlake.
Just as we're talking about the short pass game, they complete one for 9 yards.
That play good enough for
First and goal at the 10.
First down. First and goal, Demons from the 10-yard line.
2:20 remaining here in the third. Mustafa, left side, down the sideline, tackled out of bounds around the 5-yard line, brings up second goal.
Hand off to the left to Mustafa, finds a little bit of room, picks up 5.
Second and goal, Demons from the
And Westlake just trying to milk this clock.
As they should. Clearview showed some promise on offense last drive. You don't want to give them any chance of coming back if you're Westlake.
Abdelhadi hands it off to Mustafa, up the gut, touchdown Westlake. 5-yard touchdown run for Hadi Mustafa, his second of the day. And it's 48-12, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see if this one's coming back or not. No signal yet. And now the head referee is talking this over with head coach of the Westlake Demons, Logan Yantek, to see if he wants to accept this penalty or decline it. So it is on Clearview. The question is, what is the penalty?
It's a good question. Mustafa went into the end zone untouched, so not sure.
Still no word. And now the head official is going over to talk with Cody Kaya.
After the touchdown, we have an unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 32. There's a 15-yard penalty that will be assessed on the kickoff. We're now going to do the extra try for.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalties committed to Hadi Mustafa after scoring the touchdown. The official pointed in the wrong direction. He said offense, but he pointed to the defense side. But it is officially on Hadi Mustafa, and it will be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, I think he had us a little confused there, but we figured it out.
And they fake the extra point. Right side into the end zone for 2. A little trickery play by Westlake, and it works.
I like to think that wasn't a trick play because if you're up this big doing trick plays, it's kind of messed up. Maybe it was a bad snap, but if it was a trick play, it worked to perfection. I'm not sure exactly what they were doing there.
50-12, our score. Westlake leads, just over a minute left here in the third. We'll be back after this. Sweet Caroline played here at UH St. John Stadium. 50-12 our score. Westlake leads Clearview. One of the staple songs for sporting events, Sweet Caroline.
Nothing gets a crowd going like Sweet Caroline.
It brings unity to a crowd, whether you're home or away.
It really
Because who doesn't love to sing?
McIntosh on the kick for the Demons. Howard and Stevenson.
Carter McCann kicks it away. And the kickoff is taken from the 32. Khalil Howard on the return down the left sideline, still on his feet. And he refuses to go down, but eventually is tackled out of bounds near midfield, and that's where Clearview will take over.
He did not want to go to the ground. He wanted the end zone so bad. You'd love to see it.
Under a minute left to play, Clearview will try to get one play off before the end of the third quarter. And you got to give credit to Clearview, the fight they have. Even though they're down big here to Westlake, they continue to have quality reps. Doesn't matter what the score is, trying to improve and get in the end zone, ultimately.
They do, and it says a lot about their character. It is easy to give up when you're down 38 points.
Under 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Clearview's got to snap the ball quickly. And that will end the third quarter. Fourth quarter action coming up after this. Westlake leads 50-12. You're watching the Lorain County Sports Network. $50-12. Westlake leads as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Clearview will start at the 48-yard line. Left side, not much there. A gain of a yard on the play. On the carry, number 5 for Clearview, Devin Debimski.
Devin Debimski on the carry for the Clippers.
Debimski, the senior, 5'7", 170 pounds, just his second carry of the day.
Yeah, his second carry, 2 yards, 1 yard on the play.
The proud healthcare provider of all of Westlake Athletics. Your leader for sports medicine care for
Second down and 9.
For more information, go to
Stevens dumps it over right side. Tyler Hill makes the catch. Now moving over to the left side, down the sideline. And tackled out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. Brings up third and short for Clearview.
Yeah, they ran a bubble screen to the right. Nothing there. Hill bounces it all the way back left. Picks up a block from his quarterback. Gets 6, 7, 8 yards.
It's a Clipper.
Third and 2 for Clearview. Ball at the 40-yard line. Stevens rolls to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Down the sideline, first down and more. Dives for extra yardage just to make sure. That'll move the chains for the Clippers.
Yep, quarterback design run all the way. Picks up some good blocks on the outside. First down, Clearview.
Brought down on the play by number 27, Jeffrey Burrow. Was on the play. Clippers, first down.
Under 10 to play. First down and 10 at the 35. Stevens thought about flipping it, keeps it himself, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play.
Yeah, they ran a quarterback option. He had the choice to flip it or keep it. He chose to keep it. Nothing was there. Loss of one.
Brought down on the play by number 79, Griffin McCoy.
Second and 11 for Clearview. Stevens gives it to Howard, right side, stays on his feet, first down and more, down the sideline, pushed out of bounds, first and goal for Clearview.
Great handoff there to Howard, right up the middle, bounces it right, big gain on the play, 20 yards.
And what's great about this Clearview squad is even though the scoreboard is not in their favor right now, they're still a young team, so they have a lot to build off each week. And Howard, right there, you saw it right there, only a sophomore with a great run to get the first down.
Very impressive for a sophomore. It is good to see them not give up. You have things to build on here. This is good experience for those young guys, too, not giving up.
First and goal at the 5. Right side, Howard again, up the middle.
Howard on the carry.
Not much there. Picks up second down and 5.
Yeah, just a run right up the middle. No gain there. Westlake was ready.
And we'll see what Clearview decides to do here. Not a lot of pass attempts in this half by Stevens after the 2 interceptions in the first half. The run game has worked for them, but obviously with that, time is not on their side. Stevens takes it himself, left side, into the end zone, touchdown, Clearview. Joe Stevens with his second touchdown of the day. It's good for 5 yards, and that makes it 50-18.
Ran a little quarterback keeper right up to the left side, untouched into the end zone.
Clearview electing to go for 2. Under 7 to play. Stevens rolls to his right. Zips it to the end zone, incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. 50-18 remaining in this one. 6:20 remaining here in the fourth on the Lorain County Sports Network. (50-18). Our score here in the fourth, 6:20 remaining. Joe Stevens with his second rushing touchdown of the day. But it's going to be too late, too little too late for Clearview. Westlake will get their first win of the season. They'll move to 1-1. Clearview, they are going to fall to 0-2. Getting ready to kick it away, Jeremiah Martinez. They go for the outside kick. And it's a fight for the ball. Who's got it? No official word yet. And it is Westlake ball. Westlake, they're going to stay home next week in week 3. They're going to take on Warrensville Heights. As for Clearview, they will return home as well to take on Vermilion, who we actually have today against Firelands. Vermilion running it away against Firelands. They're up big on the other video stream on the Lorain County Sports Network. We do now have some backups in. Cooper Sullivan in at QB for Westlake, the junior. Gained some reps here in the last few minutes.
See if they try to run some clock or get him some reps in the passing game.
Mustafa is still in the backfield. He takes it himself right side. Down the sideline. And tackled out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. There is a flag on the play. And a Clearview Clipper down. Can't see who the player is that is down. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this. Seeing our score, just over 4:30 remain in the fourth. Jackson Addis, the injured Clearview, walking off the field. Also a holding call called on Westlake, so this run is not going to count for Hadi Mustafa, so that will push the Demons back 10 yards.
Yep, it was a good run for Mustafa, the fleet-footed Mustafa, but called back on a holding.
First down and 10 at the 31. So it looks like they took away the holding penalty. Westlake just trying to run out the clock here. Just over 4 minutes left to play. Mustafa, right side, cuts inside. First down and more, and he is gone. Hadi Mustafa with his 3rd touchdown of the day. And actually, that's not Mustafa. That's Izzy Flores, the sophomore running back, with his 1st touchdown of the day. "69 yards for Izzy Flores.
Yeah, I mean, he ran it right up the middle, went untouched. 69 yards for the touchdown.
Official timeout on the field, an injured Clearview player. Devin Demimski, the injured Clearview player, walks gingerly off the field. Just over 3 minutes left to play in this one. 3:17 remaining. Carter McCann gets ready to kick this one for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. 57-18, 3 minutes remain here on the Lorain County Sports Network. Just over 3 minutes left to play in this one. 57-18 our score. Westlake leads thanks to the 69-yard touchdown run by Izzy Flores. Week 3 is going to be exciting. We will be at Medina Highland as Avon Lake will take on Medina Highland. WDLW will be at Amherst as Lorain takes on Amherst. WOBL will be at Elyria Catholic as Midview takes on Elyria Catholic. And then our other stream game is Elyria at Barberton. So that's the schedule for next week, week 3. I will be on the call with Gary tomorrow on WOBL as Lorain takes on Elyria. A big rivalry right there, out-of-conference rivalry between Lorain and Elyria. Should be a good one. That one starts at noon tomorrow on WOBL. Make sure you tune in for that. Not your typical Friday Night Lights game being played at the daytime on a Saturday.
No, hard to call it Friday Night Lights, Saturday morning.
I feel like the kids almost have to go to school in a sense because they have to get up early.
Yeah. Well, at least they're used to getting up early. Not have trouble.
2:25 remaining in this one. Clearview, we'll see if they attempt to try to score here. They'll start at their own 47.
I mean, you got to try. You need something to build off of. Nothing good happened today, so see if they can put something together here to go home in a decent mood.
Under 2 minutes left to play. Bunch of backups in for Westlake. Tyler Hill now in at quarterback. Good run down the left side, tackled at the 45-yard line. Nice run there by Keegan Vance. Gain of 8 on the play brings up 2nd down and 2.
Nice little run for someone we haven't seen yet tonight. Little 8-yard run.
Beautiful full moon here at UH St. John Stadium. Can't quite see it on the stream, but the Wolves are howling tonight, Jake.
They're howling. I think you could turn these lights off and the field would still be lit by how bright that moon is.
Up the middle. Tackle that around the 35-yard line. First down for Clearview on the carry.
Looking at the body language of the Clippers right now, you couldn't tell they're down so many points right now. They still seem hyped. They still seem energetic, ready to go.
30 seconds remain in this one. Up the middle. Outside. Ramirez on the carry will get a gain of a couple. And that is going to do it. Westlake, they get the victory over Clearview, 57-18. They move to 1-1 on the season. Clearview, they're going to fall to 0-2 on the season. Coming up next, the Spitzer Auto World post-game show on the Lorain County Sports Network. Welcome into the Spitzer Auto World post-game show, sponsored by Spitzer Auto World in Amherst. At Spitzer, our world revolves around you. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Jake Van Warmer. Jake, it just wasn't Clearview's night tonight.
Wasn't tonight. I mean, they had no answer for Mo Abdelhady. I mean, he killed him through the air. We have 285 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. You don't see that a lot in high school. Not to mention he has that talented McMillan on the outside. 115 yards on 5 catches for him, 3 touchdowns. Clearview had some, they had the running game going towards the end, though. Stevenson finished with 125 rushing yards. They have something to build on for next week, but it's a rough one.
Stevens also had 2 touchdowns at QB for Clearview. It's sponsored by Al Januzzi of CPA. It's our stats of the game. It's all about the numbers. Let's take a look at our Ron's transmission defensive difference maker. The transmission specialists since 1983, and I really think it was just the Westlake defense in general, Jake. They had 2 interceptions in the first half that really put a nail in the coffin.
Well, I was going to say that the defense as a whole played so well. Not one person really stood out, but really that front 4, it gave them Clearview a hard time getting the run game going in the first half, which helped Westlake get out to an early big lead.
Let's take a look at our big player of the game, sponsored by Big Brothers / Big Sisters of Lorain County. It takes a little to be big. What do you think that big play of the game was for you, Jake?
For me, it was that first touchdown to McMillan, the deep pass that just opened up the floodgates.
It really set the tone for the first quarter, too.
Yeah, once they knew they could do that, they just kept going back to it.
And that leads into our Big Frog custom T-shirts and more player of the game. Call Kathy at Big Frog in Avon. It belongs to Mo Abdelhadi. He had a great performance at QB for Westlake today.
Without question. I mean, how rare is it to see a high school quarterback throw, 17 passes, 3 of them incomplete? I mean, you just don't see that often. The kid was sharp tonight.
A beautiful completion percentage for Abdelhadi. He earns our player of the game honors. Even though it's week 2, make sure you stay out and look for our Golden Helmet Award watch, sponsored by Nick Abraham, Elyria, and Ford. ShopIlyriaFord.com. That's going to conclude the post-game show here at UH St. John Stadium. Once again, Westlake a winner 57-18. He's Jake Van Warmer. I'm Jared Vinecourt. We will see you next week at Medina Highland as we will see the Shoremen take on the Hornets. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody.